Hello everybody and welcome back to Voice of Fire Tarot. So for today's reading, I'm going to be talking about what you are manifesting now. So really, what I'm talking about is energy. Otherwise, it can be called frequency or vibration. We all emit a frequency or vibration. And I believe that frequency or vibration interacts with other vibrations of the universe around us in all dimensions. And this works with the law of attraction or the law of manifestation to bring things back to us to some extent. So what I'm going to do firstly for the first part of the reading is just delve into what your frequency or vibration is at the moment. So this will give us a little bit of a clue as to how this is affecting what is manifesting for you. So then I'm going to be asking Spirit what is actually manifesting for you now. Now this could be positive or negative. And again, I believe that we are able to manipulate or alter our own frequency or vibration. So nothing is set in stone. Things can be changed. Things can be made more positive or more in alignment with what we want positively if we change our vibration or our energy that we are emitting. So if it is negative, I'll be asking Spirit for any tips or advice on what you can do to increase or improve the energy or vibration or frequency that you are emitting so that you can bring things into your life that are more in alignment with what you want. Okay, so as usual, there are 4 piles to choose from or 4 groups. So if you were to select the first group, you would be selecting this piece of spirit quartz. If you are selecting the second group, it will be the Carnelian. If you select group 3, it will be this hefty piece of Celestite. And if you select group 4, you will be selecting the Smoky quartz. All right, so take your time, use your intuition, pause the video if necessary, and select which group or groups, there may be more than one, which of them resonates with you. And please remember, these are general readings, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Also, if you like this content, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment if you wish to do so as well. All right, so thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you at your reading. Goodbye. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely piece of spirit quartz, and your reading will be about what you are manifesting now. So to begin, I'm just going to do a quick energy check-in with spirits just to see what your current vibration or frequency is. Then I'm going to be asking what you are manifesting and also anything that you can do to improve your vibration if necessary. All right, so let's begin. Spirit, please can you give me some indication of the current frequency of people in group 1, please? What is their frequency or vibration at the moment, please? Just one card, please, just to show this vibration. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. So I'm feeling here by looking at this card, and the feeling I get is, group 1, that you are sending out a very powerful frequency. It's almost like you're quite impatient to do something or achieve something or want something. Obviously, I'm seeing this by the Knight of Wands, and I'm just feeling that you are really maybe verging on impatience for something to happen. You're also very, very, very excited. I think there's excitement as well about this. something you're very, very eager for. And it's like you're impatient to get something into action. It's like you've been waiting too long for something to manifest, to actually happen. And at the moment, there possibly might be a bit of frustration coming in, but now you're feeling, I just want this thing to happen. It needs to happen now. Okay, so I'm going to get another tarot card just to clarify this. So some clarification, please, Spirit, for the current energy or vibration of people in group 1, please. But yeah, it seems very fiery. A lot of reds and oranges in this card. And yellows as well. So it's probably, I think a lot of this energy is coming directly from your solar plexus chakra. It's like it's like a very active energy that you're pushing out. Yeah, definitely. We have Knight of Pentacles. This is like the counterpart to this. So yeah, Knight of Pentacles is very different. It's funny that we've got another Knight as well. So this Knight, he's about, slow and steady, wins a race. He's slow paced. He likes to get the job done, but he has patience. He's waiting. He's seen the results. He's seen the results grow, basically. So I think you've got a bit of conflict there with your energy. You're waiting and waiting and waiting for it. You've got this black. You've got this solidity with this, these black foundations of this black horse. So it's definitely something that I feel that it needs to be grounded in reality. But you've got this yellow solar plexus energy around him. So yeah, I think you're getting to the point now, you're getting impatient. This Knight of Pentacles card is all about patience. So I believe you're getting impatient with the Waite. And it's kind of showing through the energy or frequency that you are emitting out into the universe. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to use an oracle deck just to get a bit more clarification on this. Okay, Spirit, please can you give me more information about the current frequency of people in group 1, please? Love. Wow, wasn't expecting that. So I'm thinking a lot of you possibly, I think you're very expressive. I think you express, from the heart, from the sacral region as well. I feel that you're very expressive and you're very, very into what you do and what you believe. So it's a very high frequency. It's on the frequency of love. So I think you're very, very into what you do and very, very expressive. So I think it's a very expressive frequency, very positive actually. I like this sort of energy. Anything else? I'm going to choose an astrology deck now, I think. So Spirit, anything else please about the frequency that group 1 are emitting into the universe? Water element sensing. Wow. Okay. Now I feel, now I'm drawn to the blues here, and I'm feeling that what Spirit is saying, that they're wanting you to possibly calm down slightly in that frequency. I think it's very fiery, it's very frustrating. But rather than focus on the fact that things are not happening as quickly as you want them to, it's basically they want to allow this calmness in. And again, we've got water element sensing. So this is about sensing your way through life. Really focusing and getting to grips with your intuition. What is your intuition telling you about something? They're really wanting you to tap into that. So I feel at the moment, I see a lot of reds and oranges in your frequency, and Spirit is saying this needs to be tempered at the moment. Just tempered a little so you have a bit more intuitive information. And they want you to get to grips also with how you feel and what your feelings are telling you. Rather than rushing into something, just really get to grips with what your feelings, what your intuition is telling you about a situation. So yeah, this is kind of saying what I feel that this is Spirit sort of saying what you need to do, what you need to focus on in terms of the energy that you're emitting. Because if you act out of a state of just wanting to do something without using your intuition and your feelings, what your feelings are telling you, what you are sensing, Remember, water is very flowy. It's actually getting into the flow of things. If you do that, you might not get the results you want, or they might be short-lived, or they might be totally opposite to what you want. So yeah, it's sort of giving an indication that you need to kind of get in line with the flow of the universe. This is about flow. This is about getting to that frequency of flow. Because sometimes the more you rush and push towards something, sometimes you can increase the resistance. The more you push, there's more resistance, and this is where the impatience comes in, and that resistance builds up and up because you're not on the flow. And then if you're not on the flow, you just get more frustrated and you won't get the results that you want. So what I'm going to do, I'd like to know now, please tell me, Spirit, can you please tell me what it actually is that group 1 are, what are they manifesting now, please? So we have the Four of Wands, followed by the Queen of Swords, followed by the Four of Cups. It's interesting that this Queen of Swords is surrounded by two fours, which, you know, fours are about stability, about structure as well. It's funny, I feel for some of you in this group that you may be waiting for a decision or an answer of somebody. And again, you're frustrated at how long it's taken. So I believe, you know, the Queen of Swords, she's about being, you know, direct, open, and honest with her thoughts. Quite cutting as well in some cases. And I feel that for some of you, it may not be the answer that you want at the moment. And for some of you, it might be that you're getting frustrated. And what I see here is that you're not, because you're wanting this answer so much, you're not actually picking up what these signs are right in front of you. There's certain signs and synchronicities happening right in front of you. This is what's happening at the moment. So yeah, I think you're building up that frustration. This Four of Wands, yes, it is a fire card, but this is in alignment, it's kind of similar to this, you know, this blue energy in the medium of fire. This is about harmony. It's fire in a state of harmony and bliss, basically. It's celebration. There may be one or two of you who might be waiting for an answer about possibly a proposal, possibly marriage or engagement, something like that, or some kind of celebration or union with yourself and another person. And yeah, I just feel you're awaiting a decision about something. But yeah, there's a bit of instability, a bit of unsureness at the moment, and frustration, because you're wanting a really, really clear answer. You just want things really, really clear at the moment. Okay, let's get a bit more information about this. This is interesting, group 1. What's really strange is as I was preparing for this reading in particular, I heard the sounds of seagulls outside, and we have seagulls in this card as well. And you can see this person here, this Queen of Swords, she just wants clarity. She's all about clarity. She's clearing these clouds. So I believe that is what you want at the moment. So we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is like a decision. This is like a call to action I see here. And Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this to me at the moment is like indecision. There's something about indecision here. And I think it's about the decision possibly of somebody else. You're waiting on someone else's decision, but they're kind of and ahhing at the moment. And we have the Six of Cups. So this is kind of giving me a little hint, possibly, at what this decision that they are going to come to will give you. It's like it's something that's going to reconcile something within you, some sort of an area in your life where you might feel a bit insecure. So this is going to reconcile that for you. Okay, so with the Six of Cups. And also, what I see here with this Four of Cups, he's not seeing the sort of little nice things around him, the thing, the small things that are considered small in life, because you're so focused on this, the outcome at the moment. You're not seeing the nice things around you, the harmony here, the gifts that might be appearing in your life, the nice, the small things, noticing things in nature, with your family, with your friends, things like that, because you're really, really focused on this central decision here. Wow. Okay, so let's get a bit of information about this from the oracles. What is manifesting now, please, for people in group 1? And again, this links to the sensing, isn't it? If you're sensing, if you're using your, your kind of watery, flowing senses, you're more in tune to the world around you, and you will pick up on signs of other people, of situations, about how to navigate it, and you'll be more satisfied with that, because you're picking up on the positive things as well as the negative things, and you're able to come to a decision more as well. Time out. Wow. Now, yeah, so I feel possibly the other person is just needing a bit of time out to make that decision. They might be feeling a bit pressurized at the moment. So they're just needing some, time out. I also feel that this is referring to you as well, that you need time out just to think things over, mull things over, as you see here. So this could be you as well as this other person. They're going to need to mull things over, assess the situation, because you're having time out. And by doing that, you will actually come to a much clearer decision here. And again, we have this solar plexus energy with this yellow star, but it's surrounded by this, high vibration, purpley, energy. This is like sort of, third eye, crown color as well. This is really using your intuition, your second sight as well. Wow. Anything else? Let's have a look. I'll go to numerology. So, I've just used numerology, sorry. I'm going to use my other deck here. So anything else you want to say, please, Spirit, about what people are manifesting in group 1, please? Fire, spontaneity. Yeah, it's really what a contrast. We have the fire. Somebody, I think there's a lot of pressure building up. You're wanting a decision. You're wanting something now. You wanted something now, basically. And this is sort of tempering that, having that time out to make a more informed decision as well. Because if you're not, you're just focusing on one goal and you're not open to other things as well. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just ask Spirit for advice and guidance for people in group 1 on anything they can do to improve the vibration that they are emitting, or the frequency that they are emitting, so that they can attract an outcome to this in their life that is more positive for them and more in alignment with what they truly want, please. What advice do you have for them, please, Spirit? You know, this could be to do with a romantic connection. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. It could just be something where you've got some kind of relationship with another person and you wanted an answer. For example, it could be going into business with them or starting some sort of project. It could be something at work. You could be waiting for an answer, just basically waiting for an answer. That's what I'm feeling here. And here we go. We have the Sun, followed by the Five of Wands, followed by the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this Sun, immediately, I'm looking at illumination, but I'm also looking at comforting the inner child, looking for the inner child in you, and nurturing that inner child as well. And what will happen is this will balance out your vibration. So what I think they're saying here, I think obviously it's really, really good to be focused and driven. You know, you want something, you want to get it, you want it now. But what's happening is sometimes that can come into conflict with other energies and what other people want and their desires as well. And this can come into conflict and cause a lot of confusion and general unhappiness for yourself and for other people. So what they're saying is, Spirit is saying, kind of focusing on your, what you like to do, fun things. You might need some, again, we've got time out here. And remember the word spontaneity with this fire. So it could be about doing certain pursuits that you enjoy. It could be sports, leisure, music, going out, socializing, anything really, that way you can connect to the fun side of yourself, really. And what that will do, that will bring you more into alignment with this Nine of Cups energy, which is the energy of wish fulfillment. You start to get more of an idea because you've taken that time out to relax, enjoy yourself. You're more in alignment with what you really, really want. And you approach things much more calmly. And because your frustration is reducing, you're actually decreasing resistance. So what's happening? By decreasing resistance, you're actually more in tune with the flow of the universe. So what you are putting out is actually what's coming back. And it's more in alignment because you're more aware of what you want. And what you want will come back to you much more easily. There's much less resistance. Okay, some clarifiers please for these cards. And it's funny, on the bottom of this deck now, we have the Four of Swords. Again, this is alluding to that timeout. But it's timeout with a purpose. This is what I'm seeing here. It's timeout with a purpose. And yeah, this is actually aligning you with this frequency of love and everything else like that, basically. And then we have, I think this deck is upside down. Yes, it's upside down. So we have the Three of Cups. Lovely, total enjoyment, celebration, joining with others as well, doing things in groups, doing things with other people to really connect your inner child. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Yes, this is to do with, water element sensing. This is fulfilling your heart's desires. Okay, your cup is overflowing there. You're more connected to your higher self by doing this as well. And then we have, lovely, this is the Six of Pentacles. So things are starting to come down to you. This is about sharing, about, things that are, the proper division or dissemination of resources as well. You're starting to get, what you want from the universe is actually filtering down to you in a very, very, in a practical way. It is Pentacles. So things are actually materializing in the 3D. Your wishes are coming down in the 3D. Or the physical, or in the physical plane. That's lovely. Okay, so I'm going to choose this deck, I think. For any more advice, please, for people in group 1. Ancestors' Remembrance. Now, I wasn't expecting that, but what came to me here is learning. I'm feeling that this may be to do with learning from past mistakes where you might have rushed a situation or someone else did, and the vibration that you or the other person was emitting caused so much resistance that something actually died. A situation died, something came to an end. It doesn't have to be a person, it could be a situation, came to an end. You didn't get the desired outcome. And this is what they're trying to say, is to learn. This remembrance is to learn. So it's not just to do with ancestors. I think it's to do with things in the past and learning from the past. This is what I'm feeling here. Anything else? Let's have a look. One last card, please. Feathers, message. Yes, learning from things. Seeing the messages as well. Seeing the synchronicities. Because when you are more in a line with yourself, with your inner child, you're much more open. This dove is representing, to me, it's representing spirit. It's a much more high vibration. You're more in tune with your higher self. You're more in tune with spirits. And you'll start to see the synchronicities. You'll start to get the messages. And you'll be more in tune with your ability to sense, that watery side of yourself, sensing, that intuitive side as well. Lovely. So I'm just going to get just a card here for the final message. Anything you want to say, please, Spirit, to people in group 1 as a final message about this. Beyond. So today I lift my consciousness above all worldly illusions. I remember the power I have in every situation. I always have a choice in how I respond. Today I choose to turn my thoughts towards God. By focusing my awareness beyond the illusions of the material world, I experience simplicity and peace. Yeah, to me, the message I'm getting from this is not to be bogged down and focus on one particular thing and trying to control every situation. You can be in control of yourself, but sometimes you can't control all the situations that you are in. This is me. It's about decreasing resistance, and then what will happen is everything will expand. You'll start to go beyond what you thought was possible, as you can see from this image here. And we have all the purple around here, this really high vibrational color. So yeah, it is about connecting with spirit, and again, connecting with your inner child, connecting with your intuition. Lovely. Okay, so thank you very much, group 1, for watching. I hope that resonated with you. Please feel free to leave a comment, and please like, share and subscribe if you wish to do so. All right, thank you and goodbye. Hello, group 2. You chose this lovely piece of Carnelian, and this reading will be on what you are manifesting now. So first of all, I'll just ask Spirit for some information about the energy, frequency or vibration that you're emitting. And I'll then be asking what you are manifesting as a result of that. And then I'll be asking Spirit for any more advice on how you can improve the frequency that you are emitting so that you can attract something that is more in alignment with what you want, something more positive for yourself. Okay, so first of all, I would like to ask, please, for group 2, Spirit, what frequency or vibration are they currently in? Are they currently emitting out into the universe, please, for group 2? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. I feel at the moment you are very, very grounded on the earth plane, and you're very grounded in the materials. You're sending out quite a very practical vibration at the moment. But it's funny that on the bottom of the deck we have the High Priestess. So I'm feeling at the moment there might be some need for you to tune in with your intuition. There might be for some of you, there might be for all of you, but there is possibly some need for you to do that. At the moment, what I'm seeing is quite a practical, quite a focused determination, I would say. But it's quite grounded, it's quite methodical as well. So I'd like some clarity, please, on that. So the vibration, please, that people in group 2 are sending out, please, their vibration. We have the 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, remember I was talking about your intuition before. I feel that there's something that's quite heavy, I would say. It's quite heavy and it's quite blocked. I would say at the moment you're quite kind of content with the way things are, but I feel it's content maybe on a superficial level. I think you've got some sort of subconscious awareness, but you're kind of cut off from your subconscious at the moment. So there's something possibly that you're not looking deeply into. You're very, very much of the earth plane, which is great. We are earth beings. We are here to live, life in a physical body on the planet Earth. But I think it's got to such an extent that you're possibly feeling quite heavy and you're feeling quite blocked. And what is coming back to you, basically, when you're sending things out into the universe, this is what is coming back to you. So I do feel that you're cut off from your intuition, and you possibly are in a bit of a comfort zone. And on some level, you're not happy with this comfort zone. You're kind of feeling that you could possibly do more. And I'm feeling that is what you're sending out. There's a bit of a disconnection between yourself and the kind of the laws of manifestation, I would say, or the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. Okay, so I'm going to get some oracles now, just to give a bit more info about this. Okay, so firstly, Spirit, please can you give me some indication of the frequency or energy of people in group 2, please? We have communication. Yeah, I think this is alluding to some sort of blockage in communication. There's something, yeah, definitely a blockage with that communication. You're not getting the synchronicities, the signs. I feel you're maybe a bit blinkered at the moment. You're kind of in one sort of mode and you're wanting to stay stuck. I'm feeling you're quite stuck at the moment. You're feeling stuck and you're feeling things that are a bit unclear and you're just feeling a bit disconnected, I would say. And 33 as well, it's one of the master numbers in numerology, one of the spiritual numbers. So I'm feeling possibly you might be a bit disconnected from that, and I feel there's a need for you to reconnect to that as well. I'll get some more information as well. So I'll use this deck. The frequency or vibration of people in group 2, please, spirits. We have wishbone affirmation. Okay, so I think you have wishes and you have desires like everybody else, and you are possibly doing some sort of work. You are possibly putting some wishes out there. But so I'm looking at this yellow colour. This is key to do with the communication, this yellow colour here. But there's something to do with the frequency that you are vibrating on. It's like you're not tuning in properly into the laws of manifestation because of the blockage. That's what I feel at the moment. Okay. And I feel it's to do with feeling comfortable. You're maybe some fear as well, actually, of coming out of your comfort zone to experience new things. You want it and you kind of don't understand why it's not happening. And this is making this blockage worse. And there's like a disbelief in you being able to put out a wish and getting your wish back. And this has kind of caused a breakdown in communication. So what I want to know, please, Spirit, is what is actually, as a result of this, what is actually manifesting for people in group 2, please? What is manifesting for them now, please, Spirit? So we have the Four of Wands. This came up in this position in the last reading as well. Followed by the Five of Swords. Followed by the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, what did I say? There is some sort of, it's sort of a frustration, I would say, thinking, oh, I'm doing this, I'm putting all the measures in place, but this bush, metaphorically, isn't growing, isn't producing the results that I want it to. It's not yielding the results I want, and I don't really understand why. And what this is causing, all you want really is that harmony. You want to feel that peace, you want to feel that harmony, but you're very much in that comfort zone at the moment. And you're not understanding why. You're putting wishes out, but they're not, you can see the look of disappointment on his face here. And this as well is causing quite a lot of cloudiness and murkiness. And you are starting to feel quite frustrated, quite disappointed. There may be a slight bit of looking towards others as well. Not to blame, but you might be looking at others and thinking that, oh, why are they able to achieve this? And I'm putting all this work in, I'm doing all the steps, but I can't. At the moment, it's not, the results aren't coming back to me. Okay, so let's get some clarity on this. So what is manifesting, please, for people in group 2, please, Spirit? It's funny, as I was shuffling there, the Magician just flipped out at me. And again, that Magician is kind of a hint as, self-mastery, self-control of your thoughts, connecting as well, bringing the things from the, from the ether down into the material plane. And we have the Moon, the unknown on the bottom, completely out of your comfort zone, I would say. Wow, this is funny. We have the King of Pentacles. I don't normally do reversals, so you're wanting harmony, but you're not getting it at the moment. Yes, you are grounded, you're comfortable, but you feel there's something more. You're not quite feeling that harmony. Yeah. And it's kind of, I think you're feeling quite tired at the moment. You're wanting to retreat. You might be feeling quite disgruntled. You want to sort of retreat away from people at the moment because you're getting more and more frustrated. And again, looking to others. Why are they achieving this of little to no work? But it's actually probably because of the frequency that they are emitting. Whether they know this or whether they don't, they're on the particular frequency, and we are all able to get onto that frequency as well. But yeah, I think you're trying to materialize something. And I think it's generally to do with happiness. I think there's something to do with abundance as well. There's something to do with money, some financial as well that you're trying to achieve, but all the results you're putting in aren't yielding what you want. And I feel there's probably a need for you to step out of that comfort zone, to step into the unknown as well. Okay, but I think there's some sort of distrust with the world around you as well. Okay, I'm going to get some more information about this. So, I'm going to go back to this deck. So what are people in group 2 manifesting now, please, Spirit? We have lots chance. I think this is referring to taking risks. I would say taking risks, and sometimes risks pay off in a really, really good way, and sometimes they don't. And it's sort of coming to terms with that. It's stepping out of that comfort zone, is taking them risks as well. This is what I'm feeling. And yeah, there is such a thing as chance. But I think a lot of it is to do with the frequency that we are putting out. It's about understanding the laws of manifestation, the laws of the universe. There's loads and loads of spiritual books about this. There's YouTube as well. All things that where you tap into the law of manifestation. Okay, but yeah, this is about. I think it's about taking risks. And at the moment, you're feeling that you're kind of weighing up: is it worth the risk? Is it worth doing this? Is it worth doing that? Will the payout be enough? And it's kind of leaving you to decide that, how much, are you willing to take that risk, to step out of where you are at the moment to achieve what you truly want? Let's get I'm going to use this deck now, I think. Okay. We have Meiklejohn balance. This is to do with healthy, normal risk taking, I would say. You have the darkness, which also could be. Darkness isn't necessarily always a bad thing. It can just mean that something's unknown. It's in the dark. You're not sure about it. But the rewards of having that balance is that you get the abundance as well, as you see on this tree, all this flourishing fruit coming from this tree, and you've got all these stars that are actually going from the darkness to the light. And it's about balancing that. It's about, taking sensible risks, stepping out a little bit out of your comfort zone, taking a leap of faith, I would say. This is the kind of advice that they're giving you. But at the moment, you're not quite achieving that balance. You're sort of stuck here, which might actually make you feel like you're more in the darkness at the moment. You're kind of in the dark. You're blind to the way the laws of the universe work at the moment. You might know logically how you should do it, but there's something that it's like you're not allowing, you're resisting at the moment for this change to come through. And it's making you feel a bit worn down, I would say, but stuck. You feel like you're stuck in the mud and you're frustrated. Okay. So what I'm going to ask now, Spirit, I would like some advice, please, for people in group 2 on what they can do to improve their frequency or their vibration so that they are able to attract something that is more in line or aligned to what they truly want. So basically something more positive for them. What advice do you have for them, please? So here we have, wow, the Lovers card, followed by the World, so 2 major arcana so far, followed by the 6 of Wands. Wow. So yeah, this is Jupiter in Leo. This is very much to do with actually being out there, this is to do with courage, abundance, all that kind of thing as well. So yeah, the World card, what this is saying is that spirit feels that you need to elevate your frequency. You need to kind of tune in to that higher frequency, which is what we see, this angelic frequency of the Lovers. You're tuning into a higher frequency. You're tuning into the universal frequency of love, which is how you manifest things really on a really, really high frequency. And this is, obviously she's naked in this car. She's taken a risk by being naked, but she's in a portal. She's free. She's expressing herself in the way that she wants to. She's stepped out of this comfort zone. This is a positive card, but I think in this instance, it could be, he's covered all these clothes. He's almost weighed down into the earth. He's almost buried in the earth. All the foliage around him. He's so grounded and so in his comfort zone. And yeah, it's like she's in a birth portal. She's almost like being renewed as well. But also that's taking that risk. There's freedom of expression I'm seeing here. There's that self-actualization. And then what I'm seeing here is all these possibilities out there. If you take that risk, remember we have the chance card. If you take that risk, it could be a small risk, but something that's, a sensible, measured risk, then the rewards will start to flow through you through this portal. Okay, and yes, this will lead to victory. This is really about victory. Okay, it's like the risks have paid off, I would say. So anything else you want to say, please, Spirit, about what people in group 2 can do to align themselves better, with their, elevate their frequency so they get what they want. And it's funny, again, as in the beginning, we have the High Priestess in the bottom. So really about tuning into your soul. What is it your soul was? Really get to grips with that. As well, what I forgot to mention, with this Lovers card, we're talking about the soul. This is really tapping into your subconscious. We have the male figure here who represents the conscious mind, which is where you are at the moment. But he's not actually looking at this angel. The angels communicate through our subconscious. He's looking at the woman. So this is all of us have that male active energy, and we also have that, whether you're male or female, we have that female receptive energy as well. So he's looking towards that female receptive energy. So I think they want you to develop that kind of receptive, intuitive female energy. And you can see this female is looking directly at the angel. And what this is doing is unblocking that, them blockages to the soul. These are being unblocked. You're able to get access to more of what you want in the soul. And this is elevating your vibration. Yeah, and then we have the Chariot. So by doing this, what you're doing, you're elevating your firepower. And the Chariot, this is about energy and flow. It's very forceful, very much from the solar plexus. But as you can see, it's balanced between darkness and light. Remember, we had the balance here. And if you look on the High Priestess card, we have balance between darkness and light here. And what's happening is he's not having to make any effort. This is effortless flow. This is really going to tap you into the flow of manifestation by doing this. The flow of the universe. You can manifest anything you want. And we have the Six of Cups. So what I'm feeling is that kind of self-expression that we have as children before things start to get tainted, before we start becoming self-conscious, I would say, or thinking about too much about what others think we should do. It's about tuning into that childhood. Your childhood wishes as well is really, really important. Again, self-expression. Think of the things that you always wanted to do as a child, the things that you never got to do. And what they're saying is it's not too late, but it just takes a bit of a leap of faith. And here we have the Four of Swords. Yeah. So I think this is a balance between taking the rest when you need, just to energize yourself, but also being kind of more active in how taking a risk, socializing. If you're not used to socializing, for example, socializing a little bit, just taking a little bit of, taking them little steps every day, and it's finding that balance. Okay. So I think it is about really reaching out to others, possibly reaching out to other people in the world. So you're not constantly in this state as well, this state of being. It's really much to do with balance, but also tuning in to what you really want to do on a soul level. So I think it's a lot of inner work that they want you to do. And what that will do, that will open the floodgates to really, really seamless, positive flow of energy. And along this energy is abundance. Things will just come through to you so easily compared to what they are now, which is feeling completely blocked. Okay, some more information about this, please. Any advice and tips for people in group 2, please, to elevate their vibration so that they achieve what they want? Okay, Watchtower of the North, Winter. Okay, I'm going to get another one as well. So I think, again, this is to do with balance. This is actually, when I talked about risks before, sometimes things don't pay off. And when you think that risks aren't paying off, it might kind of be a blessing in disguise, or it could be that you need a bit of, time to rest. Winter is about rest as well, to think through your plans, to think through how you approach something next time. And also, things can take a while to actually start to grow. As we've seen here, you're getting frustrated, but it's also saying to have patience. In the winter, things need to rest, but the spring will always come as well. So not to give up. This is a time of hibernation, I would say. What else have we got? Lord God masculine. Yeah, this is very much, aligned with this chariot energy as well. It's that masculine energy, but there needs to be a balance between the masculine and the feminine. But what the masculine energy will do is to give you that impulse to drive you, that courage to drive you out of that comfort zone. That's really important. So I think there's a mixture of doing the actions and allowing as well, and allowing things to take their time, to take their natural course as well. Okay, one last card, please. I'm going to use this astrology deck, I think. Any tips and advice for people in group 2, please? Oh, that's too many, but it's too many. It doesn't feel right. So let's shuffle again. We have Gemini, I think. Interesting. I think it's about being more open in the way you think. Gemini is also very, quite a very social sign. They like to keep their minds active as well. I think also it's possibly about putting your eggs in more than one basket. I think it's a mutable sign as well. So it's all about flow. It's all about communication. Remember, communication came up before. This could be actually reaching out to other people on a mental level, on a verbal level as well. It's that communication with the rest of the world that's really important. Wow, lovely. So any last words of advice? I'll use this deck just to give some last words of advice, please, for people in group 2. About what they're manifesting now and how they can, work towards improving their vibration. We have all that is. Today I notice the love that powers all of life. I see that each tiny part of the universe is an expression of that love, and I'm aware of the presence of God in all things. I open myself to this magic. I marvel at the splendor of all that is, of which I am truly a part. Yeah, this is completely unblocking. You're totally connected to all that is, the universe, to God. And that's when things will flow to you much more easily. Lovely. What a lovely way to finish. Thank you, Group 2, for tuning in. If you like the reading, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment if you wish to do so. Okay, thank you very much, and goodbye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful, really heavy piece of Celestite crystal. And your reading will be about what you are manifesting now. So I will start by asking spirits just for some information about the energy, the frequency or vibration that you are emitting at the moment. And then I'll be asking what you are manifesting as a result of it. And then I'll be asking Spirit for any information on how you may improve that frequency so you get back what you want in a really positive way. All right, so to begin with, please Spirit, can you tell me about the frequency or vibration of people in group 3, please? Just one card, please, to show that. Okay. And we have the Queen of Cups. So I think this is a really intuitive group here. So I think you're very much to do with the heart, to do with your intuition, and to do with your feelings. I think you're quite emotional people. And I think particularly at the moment, you are very, very in tune with your emotions. And it's really, really powerful what you are emitting, group 3. So I'm going to get some more information about this. So please tell me about group 3, please, and what frequency or vibration they're on. I almost feel like you're kind of a beacon out to the universe. You're on that kind of emotional frequency, that intuitive frequency. Wow. And we had the Page of Wands. So now we've gone from water to fire. So I think this is adding kind of firepower to that. I think it's sort of emphasizing how strong this frequency is. It almost feels a bit scorpionic, possibly. There's quite a fiery edge to this water frequency. Okay, so let's get some information about this. So I'm going to go to the Astrology deck. So anything else, please, do you want to say about the frequency of people in group 3, please, Spirit? We have Gemini, I think. Okay. I think this is probably to do with that. You probably, not to say that you don't think, but probably a lot of you act based on your emotions and your feelings and your drives, and then you might think about it later. You're very, very emotionally centered. And this, to me, I'm just seeing the two people. I'm seeing balance here, the number 2 as well, and I'm seeing balance in terms of sometimes you might need to just balance that frequency with just a little bit of logic at times, so you have a more measured, so you're more in control basically of the frequency that you're putting out. But yeah, it's a very positive frequency. I think it's very much emotionally centered. It's really, really nice, and it's got that fiery edge to it. But I'm getting a lot of spontaneity from this as well. Also, Gemini, I believe, is a mutable sign. So I think you're possibly quite sociable people as well. You get on with a lot of different people from different walks of life, and you're able to mix a lot of different types of people as well. I do get that from this. But yeah, there's possibly a bit of a need for some balance of the mind sometimes with the raw emotions, the raw intuition, and the raw drives, really, that fire in you. Okay, I'm going to get something. Let's have a look at this numerology deck, I think. So anything else, please, about the frequency being emitted by people in group 3, please, Spirit. New beginnings. Wow. I'm instantly drawn to the colour red. When I was talking about that fiery part of your frequency, and possibly, even though you're probably a water sign, a lot of you might be, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or they might feature heavily in your birth chart. I think at the moment, especially at this current time, there's a lot of fire energy. And that might, for people who read auras, that might show up quite vividly in your aura at the moment. I feel that you've got some passionate feelings about something, and that's really, really coming across into the universe. So other people are picking up on that, whether they pick up on it consciously or subconsciously, but you really putting something out there. And it's interesting that we've got the number 1 as well, which in numerology is to do with, the leader as well. You're very much a leader in some respects as well. Not necessarily a leader of other people, but it could be a leader of yourself. You're possibly very independent as well. You're not a follower, I should say. You very much act from the heart, from the sacral chakra as well, from the solar plexus chakra, I think. Okay, so what I'd like to know now, please, Spirit, is... It's funny, on the bottom of the deck, we've got this card as well, which I think you possibly have a lot of dreams. Again, I said you're very in touch with your emotions. You're probably very much in terms of your dreams, your wishes, your desires as well. You've got a nice connection, a nice balance between the water and the fire element as well. Okay. Possibly broad-minded as well. Remember, Gemini can be quite broad-minded too. So what are people in group 3 manifesting now, please, Spirit? Difficulty spreading these cards. Okay. Right. Oh, this is lovely. We've got the Fool on the bottom. So I think you do have a very, very strong connection to Source. You know, to the all, to God, I would say. That is weird. We've got the Page of Wands again. So really very, very fiery. The Devil, okay. And the Page of Cups. Wow, what an interesting combination. So we've got 2 pages here. Now, this is very flamboyant, again, to do with the emotional aspect. This is fun-loving. I think you're very spontaneous people. You're very fun-loving. And I think you possibly do take risks, and you very much, you act on your impulses, you act on your emotions. This is very much, to me, acting on your impulses, on your drives. And I talked about the Gemini, I think, before, possibly a need to temper that with a bit of balance with your mind, basically thinking things through, because I think you're possibly manifesting something that might be a bit... not dark, but I think your intuition's strong, but then because you're not thinking things through, you might manifest things that aren't necessarily in keeping with what you want. I also think that you feel quite bound, possibly by, especially at the moment, you know, the way things are going in the world and society. And again, with the mind, you don't really want to think about all that sort of things. You sort of view it as very dark, as very controlling, and you try to veer away from that. So I think, you know, you're very much fun people to be around. You're a very good, I would say, like an escape valve, a way for people who socialize with you. You're able to take them away from that darkness. It's just for the moments that they're with you. That is going on. So that's a really, really positive thing as well. I think you're very sprightly. You've got a lovely energy about you, group 3. And I think that's what you're manifesting at the moment. It's kind of an imagination, emotional, and like an emotional release for people as well. Okay, I will get more information because I'm intrigued by this Devil card. So, Spirit. What are people in group 3 manifesting, please? What's good, this energy is lovely because we have new beginnings. So again, that could be new beginnings. It's funny, we've got 2 pages. It's almost like you're a messenger to other people. It's like a new beginnings. It's a new way of looking at things, you know, based on the intuition, based on the drive, that passion. It's a new way of looking at things that actually takes you and other people away from this doubt and insecurity of what's going on. With the general way that people feel that they should be thinking at the moment, or the way they're told to think, you provide a release from that, like a new beginning, I should say. So what are people in group 3 manifesting, please? Okay, the Strength card here, so I see courage there as well. Wow, more fire. So we have the Ace of Wands. So this is new inspiration. As I said, new beginnings, new inspiration, new ideas that you're manifesting at the moment. It's almost like you're kind of a pioneer. And wow. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, this is getting really interesting now, group 3. I'm seeing the dark being lit up and some sort of clarity coming through. And we have the King of Swords. That's interesting. Very different than the Page of Cups. Okay. We have a lot of court cards as well in this as well. I feel though as well, what I'm getting now is because you're so in tune with your intuition, is that you're possibly picking up on things that you don't want to, possibly feel quite painful, but there's a kind of a need to illuminate them, as we see. There's kind of a need for your mind to actually recognize it, so it doesn't fester and cause kind of more of a shadow, possibly within yourself. There could be something quite dark and underlying within yourself, and for some of you, you might be covering it up with being joyful, being the life of sort of a party, being fun, which is great, bringing that to people. But I feel what Spirit is saying, that there might be a bit of a need for some clarity regarding this. There might be something that you might be overlooking, that your intuition is telling you need to address as well. So yes, this could be world energies, but it could also be within yourself as well for some of you. And this, to me, this King of Swords is also about exercising a bit of control over your own emotions, because you're so vibrant and you possibly act first and then you ponder over things or assess things later. This might get you into trouble sometimes, which happens with a lot of people. Get you into situations, could be arguments or conflicts with others, or just situations that aren't particularly nice at the time. So it is tempering it, that lovely that firepower with that thought, with that clarity, thinking things through, coming to clear conclusions, because that can be balanced with that fun, loving nature as well. You can balance the two, and I think that's really important for you, because it's quite delicate when you're manifesting something. You have to get the balance right, so you manifest exactly what you want. So I think there's a need to bring in the mind here as well. Yes, it's all good to have fun and everything, but sometimes we need to exercise a bit of logic. And also remember, you're very intuitive as well. So maybe there might be a need for you to develop kind of that claircognizance, or the aspect of your intuition or of your psychic ability that is able to disseminate the messages that you get, to get more clarity, to sort of ground them as well. Okay. So let's have a look. I'm going to choose this deck. For what are people manifesting in group 3, please? Yes, magic circle protection. Yeah. I think you are probably quite open with your psychic energy, with your feelings as well, with other people. That what happens is you might be drawing things or situations to yourself that you might not want. So I think there is an element of you needing to use your mind, use your cognitive abilities to form kind of a circle of protection around yourself as well. I do believe you're psychic, so having the circle of protection will prevent these kind of dark energies, these entities, from latching onto you, because dark energies are attracted to light, and they like to cling onto it. It's like moths going towards a flame or a light bulb. It's kind of, I feel like that is possibly going on with you at the moment. And there's just a need for you to ground yourself and protect yourself as well. So it's getting that balance. It's being more discerning about what you accept to come in. I also think that you are possibly quite affected negatively by the things that are happening, possibly in the world, possibly around you. So you might need some protection from kind of world energies as well, all the things that are going on in the world, I would say. Just protect yourself from that, so you keep that, all this pure, lovely energy intact. I think practicing grounding and protection is really, really important for you. Okay, anything else? Let's have a look. Anything else, please, Spirit, about what people in Group 3 are manifesting now? Wow, numerology precision. Yes. I think it's taken the time out to actually understand the intuitive messages that you're getting. Remember, this is precision, so you need to be precise in what you allow to come into your energy field, to come into your aura, and what you don't. So you have to be really, really precise, and this is what numerology is about as well. Numbers mean particular things as well, but I'm really drawn to the word precision, I should say. The word precision is really, really important here. Practice really precisely with your psychic powers, to the energy you give out. So you need to cleanse, you need to protect. I think that's really important for you, Group 3. Okay, so what I'd like to know now, please, Spirit, do you have any further advice or tips, please, for people in Group 3 on how they can improve the frequency or vibration that they are emitting, so that they attract things that are more in line or more aligned with what they truly want, so they can attract positive things for them, please? So we have the Ten of Swords, followed by the Page of Swords, followed by the Ten of Pentacles. That's interesting. So I'm seeing an ending here, an ending of a cycle and a new way. This is an ending possibly of some sort of confusion with the mind. I think it's thinking more logically. This is another page. This is really strange, actually. We've got 3 pages. Well, actually 4 pages, but one is twice. So this is the Page of Swords now. Now we're bringing in the mind. So they want you to exercise being really discerning with your mind. Again, it's that circle of protection, what you allow in, and it's really important for you, so you manifest what it is you want, because this can actually latch on to, remember, it can latch on to the light, and it can affect your overall energy and your happiness as well. So it's really, I make you feel actually quite deflated, I would say, quite crushed mentally. So yeah, it's about being really, really clear. Clarity is really important for you, Group 3. And yeah, and again, this is just saying that, just focusing on the positive things that are happening in the world, the positive things around you, family, friends, this kind of thing that I see here. And this is what will bring the abundance that you want. Again, we have dogs, we have animals here as well. There's all sorts of positive things in the world that you can put your attention towards. And this, again, is another form of protecting yourself. You could do practical things. For example, imagining in a circle of protection. Some people use salt. You can imagine a white light or anything like that protecting you. But there's also other things as well in terms of how you choose to direct your thoughts in the day-to-day. And this is what this Page of Swords is doing. You're directing your thoughts towards things that serve you, things that are positive. Okay, so I'd like a bit more about this, please. Because remember as well, on the bottom, you are connected to the purity of spirit, the purity of source as well. And that's really important for you. Okay, anything else, please, for tips and advice for people in Group 3 on how they can improve their vibrational frequency so that they get what they want. Or they get back what they want, I should say. Another interesting card, the Hanged Man we have here. So yeah, this has been really, really tuned in. This is tuned in. This is surrendering as well to the energy of source as well. And I think you're very open. You possibly got very open third eyes, very open crown chakras, and things will just be drawn to you, drawn to that light. So you have to really protect yourself. I think that's really important. Okay. Wow. The Emperor. And then we have the Five of Swords. So yes, looking at this Five of Swords, again, what I said was concentrating on the positive things in the world, not on these sort of, energies that are murky, they're dark. These will only cause, defeat and make you feel crushed, basically. And the Emperor here, again, this is about you taking charge. This is about you having boundaries as well. Having boundaries with yourself energetically and when you go out and about as well in the world. This is setting boundaries and of you being the master of yourself. Remember we had the leader, the number one. Okay, so really focus on that. This will help you, this will protect you, setting them boundaries. Obviously the Emperor, he doesn't let anybody, he doesn't want to, any energy come within that zone. He is totally outside of it. He's in control. He's able to delegate as well. And then we have the Four of Cups. That's interesting. I'm going to get some more clarity about that. I'm not entirely sure about this card. So Spirit, please can I have more clarity for the Four of Cups, please? Wow, the Strength card. Okay. I feel this is about being strong-minded and opening up also to the synchronicities that Spirit is showing you as well. He's not noticing this cup or information, whatever you want to call it, that's coming through from Spirit. I believe that you were so open to things from the other realms that sometimes you just need to take the time to actually notice the synchronicities, and this could be in the everyday as well. Remember, he's sitting here in nature. He's in the three-dimensional. And yes, this is strength. This is having the strength and courage. And again, it's about boundaries as well. And about you being strong. You do pick up, I think you're very clairsentient as well, I think, group 3. So yeah, you need to protect yourself. You need to be strong. Okay. Lovely. Anything else? Let's have a look. So I'm going to go back to this deck, I think. Anything else, please, that people in group 3 can do to elevate their frequency so that they attract what they want? Here we are. Broomstick clearance. If you can see that. Okay, so we've got protection, so protect yourself, but also clear out all that negative energy, all that stuff, that dark stuff that is latched to the light that you're bringing into the world. And by doing that, you're allowing more light to flood in. It's like kind of unblocking the chakras as well. And what I said before is imagining that, it could be a white light, it could be a golden light, anything that really resonates with you. Visualizing it. If you don't visualize, you could be feeling it. You could be drawing it. Anything. There's anything you can do. Being in nature, there's so many things that you can do. It doesn't really matter as long as it works for you. Anything that protects and anything that clears is able to clear that negative energy away. All that stuff that you pick up naturally. So one last word of advice. I'm going to use this deck again, I think. Anything else you want to say, please, Spirit, for group 3 about this? What did I say? Nature. Okay, we got Ogham, nature. Okay, and this tree, it's really solid. I think it's an oak tree, but it's really, really solid. And, I see protection here. Protection is what I'm seeing as well. And yeah, as I said, going out in nature, getting grounded. I think being grounded is really important. It might be quite interesting as well, or quite useful for you to connect with your guides that will help you with grounding. It could be ancestral guides as well, sort of earth-based guides, or any guide that can teach you about how to do this is really, really important for you, group 3. Okay, so I'm going to get one last word of advice, please. Some general advice, please, Spirit, on this for group 3. Wow, together in the light. We're also talking about light. So I give thanks for all who enter my life. I understand we are all exactly who and where we are supposed to be, and everyone contributes to each other's personal growth. Every reaction someone draws from me is a gift from their soul to mine, meant to help free me from my inner conflicts. Today, by focusing on my own development rather than on others' faults, I become one with the divine. Yeah. So again, this is moving from this 5 of Swords energy to this 10 of Pentacles. Lovely positive energy, only allowing the positive, only allowing the light in. Lovely, very powerful group 3. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done already. Please also leave a comment if you wish to do so. Okay, thank you for watching and goodbye. Hello group 4 and welcome to your reading. You chose the Smoky Quartz crystal, and this reading will be about what you are manifesting now. So first of all, I'm just going to do a check-in with Spirit to find out what your current frequency or vibration is, what you are emitting out into the universe, and then I'll be asking Spirit about what you are manifesting now as a result of this frequency. And then I'll be finishing off the reading just by asking Spirit for any advice or tips about what you can do to improve or elevate this frequency so that you attract what you actually want in a really, really positive way. All right, so let's begin. So for group 4, please, Spirit, please can you give me some information, just with one card, just to show their current frequency or vibration, please, that they are putting out into the universe. Ace of Swords. Okay. I think you are sending out a very, very clear message. You are very, very clear about what you want and how you want to do it. And I think you have there's like a clarity about you. There's a clarity of mind about you. So I think you've got your mind set on something and you're waiting for it to come back. So you've sent it on intention basically, and you're waiting for it to materialize. So all the mind is really, really clear. That's what I can say. So anything, I'd have to clarify this, go a bit deeper. Anything else you want to say about the frequency that they are emitting, please, for people in group 4? So almost I'm getting the words crystal clear in terms of your thinking. And then we have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so I'm thinking, again, this is 4 of Swords. I think you have quite a nice, calm mind. It's almost like you're meditating and you set an intention and your mind's really, really clear and focused. You know exactly what it is you want and you're just waiting for the results. It's like you're waiting for the results to energize you. So I just get the feeling of you're quite clear, you put an intention out and you're waiting for it to come back. It's as simple as that. And it's to do, you've got a very, very clear, focused mind. Okay, so I'm going to choose this deck here, just to get a bit more information about the current frequency of people in group 4, please. pendulum decision. Yeah, you're possibly waiting for some feedback from the universe. And I think you've actually asked something quite specific, and you're possibly trying to make a decision about it. So you've sent it out to the universe and you're bringing it back. And this is your time now when you're running it over. So it could be, for example, you might be choosing between two job offers. That could be one thing. It could be choosing where to live. It could be a particular person or situation. But it's something that you're pretty clear. And I think you're very decisive as well. And you're just mulling over a decision about something and you're just waiting for that clarity to come back to you so you make the right decision. But yeah, it's amazing. You've got like a crystal, probably a clear quartz, but it looks like a crystal clear pendulum here. Okay. Anything else, please, about this? Creativity. Wow. Yeah, it just feels like you are in tune with how you create your reality. I think you've got a really clear direction. Again, what I said, we've got the number 3 here, is creativity. So I think you are used to creating in your mind what it is you want, putting it out there and waiting for the results to come. You are quick to make a decision. You've got a really nice kind of, it's almost like a claircognizant relationship with the universe as well. And yeah, you are very much about creating your own reality. Wow. Powerful start, group 4. So what I'd like to know now, please, is what is manifesting now for people in group 4, please? Right, we have a 3 of Swords, okay, followed by the 6 of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Pentacles. I think there's possibly a little bit of disappointment at the moment. I'm seeing this 3 of Swords, and again it's the number 3. So I think this is disappointment with the length of time it's taking for this particular thing to manifest, because you're waiting for a decision to come back. And this to me is you starting to receive. I think you are starting to receive what you want, but I think you feel that it's quite slow at the moment. Things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like, especially since you are so crystal clear in setting your intentions, very clear. And I think this is causing a bit of sort of mental problems. I would say mental heartache. I would say. Yeah, so you're feeling a bit, I think you're feeling at the moment, why, I'm creating this, I'm creating my own reality, but my own reality isn't coming back to me as quickly as I want it to. And it's like I've seen the 6 of Pentacles, it's like it's drip feeding it back to you, and you're thinking, you're waiting there and waiting and waiting and waiting. You're saying here, well, I put in all the steps. The Knight of Pentacles, he's very methodical, he puts in all the steps. What he does, he waits and he's patient and he reaps the rewards. And I feel that you need to sort of realize that, I think you need to sort of realize that things will happen in the right time as well. And the longer something takes to happen, sometimes the result is even better than things that are quick. That's what I'm seeing here. Also, there might be a need for a lot of you to really focus on the heart chakra, open up that heart chakra. You might be very, very good, right? Focusing mentally, but there might be a need for you to open up your heart chakra. There might be some sort of blockage there, and this blockage is causing some resistance to the natural flow of creativity. Because creativity is, the heart chakra, your feelings, your intuition, that sense of fun, that sense of your heart being filled needs to come into play in order for you to manifest what it is you want. So I'm feeling there's a bit of a disconnection between your heart and your feelings and your mind as well. So I think there's some development that may be needed there. Okay, let's get some more information about this. So what is manifesting now for people in group 4, please? Yeah, what did I say? We've got the Page of Cups here, and this is about having fun, imagination, opening up your heart chakra, opening up to new possibilities. It's being flexible, I think. Flexibility is really important here. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Cups. So yes, this is opening up your heart, allowing that frequency of love to come through. And then we have the King of Cups. So yes, very much focused on the emotions. This is about emotional stability. This is balancing also your emotions, balancing that with your mind. I think you're very, very much in the mind at the moment. So this could be an offer of love from somebody else or something that you're waiting for. So it could be some sort of romantic connection, and you might be feeling quite disappointed, quite disheartened at the moment that things are taking a long time, the person's taken a long time to respond. Or if this person hasn't manifested yet, you're wondering why it's not manifesting. You know, you're putting this out and it's not coming back. But I think what Spirit has drawn you to is that you need to be patient. Things are being fed to you, but things will be quicker if you align with your emotions, with your heart. And I think that is causing a bit of a separation between you and, you know, true abundance, I would say. Abundance on the earth plane. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is all about abundance. It's not just financial, it's also, you know, material abundance, but anything to do with connected to your life on earth, I would say. Anything in the 3D. Okay. Wow. Okay. So let's have a look. Use this deck again, I think. So what are people in group 4 manifesting now, please, Spirit? Personal growth. Yeah, I think it's about developing other aspects of yourself. I'm seeing the purple here. This is kind of that higher aspect, you know, your third eye as well, your crown chakra, all them sort of, you know, your higher chakras need developing. Things outside, the mind is really, really important, having that really clear decision making, but I think it's about aligning with the higher chakras, connecting to spirit. And I think this is directly through your heart. I think your heart at the moment is what's blocking you from making that true connection. And if you're not making that true connection, you won't get what you want manifested to you in the way that you want. So yes, definitely to do with personal growth. You know, your personal growth could be to focus on matters of the heart, focus on your feelings, focus on what makes you have fun, what makes you happy, basically. This is what's happening at the moment. So what's manifesting to you is a realization that you need to work on this. And again, I'm repeating it, you need to work on your feelings and your heart and your emotions as well, in order for you to create the life that you want. You very much, you know, you really want to create your own reality, but you just need a bit of guidance at the moment from spirit on how to do this. But this needs to be through your heart chakra. Okay, anything else? Let's have a look. Let's use this astrology deck now. So anything else, please? What can you say, Spirit, about what people in group 4 are manifesting now, please? We have Mercury retrograde in reinvention. So yeah, I think this is about looking at things from a different perspective. It's like a new beginning. So it's not, when it says reinvention, I think what it's saying is, yes, things feel like they might be even going backwards. But this is actually a blessing in disguise, because what it's enabling you to do is change or adapt the way that you put your intentions out to the universe. Yes, it's very good to be crystal clear about your intentions, but you need the heart to be with it. So what's happened is Spirit is asking you to kind of reinvent yourself in terms of opening up your heart chakra, maybe working with your sacral chakra as well. Your emotions, your imagination, your feelings, all them sorts of things. Really get to grips with that, with your senses as well as the mind. And it's interesting, Mercury is also to do with the mind. So this is actually reinventing how you connect your mind, how you use your mind. You can, connecting your mind to your other senses, not just being solely in the mind when you try to manifest things into the 3D. So yeah, it's really reinventing how you work with spirit, how you work with the law of manifestation, not just the mind. That's really interesting. All right, so I would like to know now, please, Spirit, have you got any, or what advice have you got, any tips or advice for people in group 4 in how they can, develop or improve their current vibration or frequency so that they manifest what they actually want in a really, really positive way? It's really interesting. On the bottom of this deck, we have the Fool card, and you can see his arms are open, his heart is open to spirit, open to source. So this is somebody really with an open heart. They're having fun. Okay. So we have Knight of Pentacles again. This is really strange. Then we have the Ace of Swords again. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so he is got this pentacle. I'm drawn to the pentacle that is in front of his heart. And what they're saying is, if you don't work on your heart, then things are going to take much slower, and you're not going to get the clarity or that decision come back to you as quickly as you'd like. It's also saying that you need to, again, practice some patience. But, you need because you're going through a kind of a reinvention of yourself in a way. So you need to be patient in how you approach it, because the results will definitely be worth it. But it's really, really important to work on unblocking yourself. Yes, I am looking at the heart chakra as well as the upper chakras. The crown chakra, the third eye are really important. It's really important for you to develop these, to open these up. And this will give you that clarity that you want to manifest. Okay. Anything else, please, from the Tarot, Spirit, about any tips or advice for people in group 4 about this, please? So this is the Three of Wands, followed by the Lovers. There we go. This is tuning in. This is complete. This is being really completely open to the higher vibrations, to that frequency of love as well. The Lovers. Okay, really opening up your emotional side, your heart center, and that will connect you to the angelic realms, the higher realms, which will bring in this clarity for you. And then we have the Justice card, so another major arcana. So to me, what it's saying is this is also balance. This is about balancing your mind with your heart, and this will help you to unblock. And it could be also a pivotal time in your life where you need to kind of get rid of some karma, and this could be to do with issues that have been to do with prioritizing your mind over your feelings. So yeah, this is really important. It's part of your karmic, your karmic clearance, I would say. This will really, really help you to start manifesting in the way that you want. And then we have the Three of Wands here. And this to me is about being open. It's about being broad-minded to all the possibilities that are there before you. But what you need to do is actually open up to these possibilities. And again, we have the number 3. This is about creation. And these possibilities are really, really open to you. And it's about you having the patience to know that, but also being flexible, Remember, we've got the Mercury retrograde. You are going through a period of personal growth. And with personal growth, there is uncertainty. You're out of your comfort zone. But it's about taking that first step. That's what it's saying here. Taking that first step to be patient. But by connecting with the higher realms with your heart, the results really be worth it. Okay, so let's see. So tips and advice for people in group 4, please. We have Ostara incubation. So yes, things are incubating. Things feels like they're taking a long time, but it's like I see this as you being reborn. You're kind of in the womb, not literally, but figuratively. You're in the womb. Things are getting reborn. Basically, your energies are getting replenished. This is very, very much to do, with the sacral chakra as well. Yeah, it's like a new you is being reborn through this Mercury retrograde reinvention. A new you is being reinvented. And it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be of a much higher vibration, and you're going to manifest much more easily and much more smoothly, because then blockages will start to be removed. You're starting to be replenished as well. Last word of advice. I'm going to use this deck now. Last bit of advice, please, Spirit, for people in group 4. We have dictionary communication. This to me is about building up your knowledge in regards to how things work, how the laws of manifestation work. It's not literally mean reading a book. It could be to do with that. It could be reading books about it, looking at YouTube videos or any other sources, other people who have knowledge in this area, developing your spirituality. But I think it's about developing that, using the time now. Things don't always happen straight away. Not everything is crystal clear. You need that time to just, have fun with it, even start to learn about yourself and communicating with those parts of yourself that you've kind of neglected or haven't faced. For example, your heart, your sacral chakra. This will help to give you much more information, and you'll be able to communicate with yourself, with spirit, and also communication. When you're manifesting, you are communicating with your higher self. You're communicating with the universe, basically. And what you want to do is make sure that communication is precise, it's clear, and you want to make sure that you are getting back what you put out, that you want. Your frequency needs to be communicated in a really clear and precise way, so you get back what you want to manifest. Lovely. So I'm just going to use this deck now just for a final word or paragraph of advice about this topic for people in group 4, please. We have forgiveness. Today I bless each soul I perceive to have hurt me. I release them to their own greater good. I can now see that my past provides me with lessons that help me live more fully in the present. I no longer struggle with what has been said and done. I am grateful for every experience that has brought me here. I fill myself with a love that is pure and free. Wow, pure and free. Yeah, so I think this is probably harking back to somebody, somebody's situation could have left you heartbroken. to something in your past that has stopped it's kind of stilted your heart chakra, your sacral chakra, and you've really focused on just being logical, clear with the mind, and because it's been too painful really to face what's been going on here. So what they're saying is it's about releasing, allowing that flow of energy through your chakras, and this will help you manifest all these wonderful things which you see here. But you need to exercise that, release. It's just release for yourself, releasing all these blockages. Well, thank you very much, Group 4, for watching. I hope this resonated. If it did, or you liked it, please like, share, subscribe. Please comment as well if you wish to do so. All right, so thank you very much, and goodbye.